I would try not to repeat what has been spoken about, which means I don't have much topic to touch. But to start off, a big thank you to all of you for the contribution that you're giving today. Other than that, there have been a lot of people involved in today's event. So a big thank you to all of them. This is my first chance to actually thank MGCC. I've been a member for a very long time, but I would say it's the first stage where I can acknowledge that if it was not the club, I wouldn't be playing golf. Thanks to all the members over here, because whenever I've come here and played golf, I never felt as if I was someone new or I'm coming to a club where I don't know anyone. I always felt very comfortable playing with everyone. And a big thank you again for a simple reason. They are hosting us today. From tomorrow onwards, the World Cup is happening, which is the member tournament. So I learned a lot about golf, being over here, as to amazingly how when you get closer to a tournament, everyone's handicap goes up. I don't know, I'm still trying to realize, whether it is something that is directly related or not. I've played with a lot of people, they never go into the water or OB, but all of a sudden, just before the tournament, everything, I think there's a magnet, that just attracts. The staff of MGCC, they take care of all the members very well with a big smile on their face, which I feel is very important in any club. And also to all the law enforcement officers who were there with us, tailing us, wondering as to why we are tailing these two individuals. So we play something that is similar to baseball, but it's a very complex sport. But a big thank you again. And overall, what I am looking for is to make this evening much more pleasant and a bit more funny in the sense, because that's what it's all about in life. Whatever we try, we want to be happy, we want to have a lot of fun. So over to Rahul, I think, now all the pressure is on him because we will only answer what he is asking. So he needs to, ask really funny questions.
Before you say anything, it's a pressure or pleasure?
It's always a pleasure.
Oh, that's okay.
I would say it's more than a pleasure. It's an honor to be in the same room as both of you. I know it's been said many times by many people, but I mean it from the heart. You're living legends. When I met Kapil this morning, I said, I'm going to take a selfie and send it to my dad. I hope he doesn't have a heart attack. Kapil was like, don't send it to him. But let me start with the first question, so we took questions from the audience. I have them in front of me.
Why can't they ask?
I think we decided that it might get a little bit chaotic, but we have some questions from the audience that we took.
I like to see the face who is asking.
Sure. So maybe we can do a couple and then we'll open it up to the audience. Is that okay? Yeah. So the first question I had, which a lot of people are asking, is can I get a selfie? So the answer is there'll be plenty of time for selfies later after dinner. I know you're all eagerly awaiting your opportunity to get a selfie with these legends. So yes.
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree?
No, I don't. I think these days the selfie is really killed the thrill what you have within yourself. You take selfie for other people. Take selfie for yourself. I think it's a horrible, honestly, I'm not trying to be hard or rude. You take a selfie before you finish, you want to send it to somebody. Right? I mean, I give you one small thing, one small story. I met my hero, he's no more, and I went to him and he said, Kapil, you want to take a photograph? I said, no, I don't want to waste that much time. I want to talk to you more. When you meet your hero, spend that time. And last, my hero was Nelson Mandela. When I met him, I had a great time, but I didn't have a selfie. I didn't want to show to the world. I want to capture that moment within myself. I think that's very important. Yeah. So I say all the people who want to take selfie, no, enjoy yourself, love yourself. If you love yourself, you can love the entire world.
No, but Paji, I think Nelson Mandela wanted to take a selfie with you.
Doesn't matter, but he was my hero.
Okay, I think we'll do a couple of questions and then we'll open up to the audience. I think my first question was for you, Mahi. You've displayed extreme calmness under pressure. What is the secret to that? How do you stay calm in these very tense pressure situations when a billion Indians are watching your next move?
Well, I keep it very simple. It's a question that everybody asks me, wherever I go. So, to start off on a funny note, I always say, okay, day before the game, I actually sleep in a fridge. So that helps me keep throughout the tournament. But nobody really believes that. So, getting into a more serious answer, what I always felt was, either we are more worried in the past as to what has happened, or we are worried about the future. But the most important thing in life is the present, because past only teaches you what has happened. So you take the learnings out of the past, you try to implement it in the present so that the future takes care of itself. But our life, the modern generation, it is more about the result. And we are so much engrossed into that, we forget the process that needs to be followed to get the result. So what I try to do is I try to keep it very simple. Okay, what are the things that are in my control? I shouldn't be worrying about stuff that's not really in my control. What's the point of worrying something, that I can't do anything about? So I keep it very simple. I never think about the result. It's always about, okay, what is it that I can do to change the result or improve the result? Because that's what is in my control. And the moment you start doing it, your heart rate is more in your control, you're breathing properly. That's a scientific reason. And, it just helps you not to be under constant pressure. And I felt throughout my cricketing career, it has really helped me. And whichever sport you play, it really helps you. And I feel it's very applicable to golf also. People start worrying about the water that is in front, but at the end of the day, if it's the right club and you connect properly, you'll be in the green. Or eventually will be in the green.
Kapil, the next question I have from one of the audience is, as an avid fan who's followed your illustrious career right from the first ball at Faisalabad to your last game at Faridabad, my biggest desire was seeing you open the batting, especially after you tried that role in World Cup 1992. Why did you not pursue that? This is not my question, I'm not that old.
Oh, why they don't like me at number 6, 7? Yeah, I think being greedy is not really the only thing you want in life. I mean, I love it. Sometimes my captain doesn't want it. As a player, you just want to do so many things. But again, if you're not fit for that, then you are not fit for that. Now you're looking fit. She's more bothered about her work, so you look more picturesque. Yeah, that's okay. All right, no. I mean, my collar is okay. Good. Thank you.
That was funny.
Mahi, the next question I had from the audience for you is, and this question clearly sounds like it came from an entrepreneur. In the 2007 World Cup, you were like a startup founder, solving for the unknown and winning. In the 2011 World Cup, you were like the CEO of an established corporation and winning. What are the common themes in your leadership strategy during those two monumental events?
That's a very serious question. Who asked this question? I just want
Zubra.
No, it's a very interesting one. Leadership is very different, and how I relate to it is by keeping things very simple. I was just leading a team, so the resources that you have. I've always been a firm believer of you give the power to an individual, but he needs to be accountable. He needs to be responsible. How do you earn the trust? A lot of people think, whether it's organization or in the society, you don't get respect because of your post. You get the respect, you have to earn the respect. A lot of people talk about, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, but what really matters is the small things. You know, how you are to, let's say in India, we're talking about India, how you are to the guard in your building and how you are to the owner of the building. It doesn't need to change. In the team environment, I've always tried to understand the individual. There are few ways to look at it. A lot of people say, okay, this is needed by an individual for the team, this is what he needs to do. I have another way of looking at it. I look at the talent that they have got. I give them responsibility where they'll be much more successful. And in the meantime, I look to groom them in the weakness that they have. So slowly with right amount of exposure, you know, they mature, and over the years they become more and more confident about what they can really do in life. So that's something that has really helped me. 2007 was very different. We were much younger side. 2011, the challenges were very different. Till 2011, none of the home teams had ever won a World Cup. So one of the biggest pressure on us was, you know, whether that stats can be deleted from history, saying, okay, you know, it doesn't really matter what has happened in the past. And we were able to do that. You know, since 2011, if you see, there have been a lot of home teams that have actually won the big World Cups and the ICC tournament. So I feel a lot needs to come from players. There are a lot of contribution from the players' side, and by keeping things very simple, it really helps. You know, I know a lot of, in cricket also now you have these statisticians, you know, who come in with a lot of stats, and you know, they just make it much more complex. You know, you keep it simple, you do what you're supposed to do more often than not, you'll get the desired result. If not, you get the learnings out of it, you improve in life.
Very good.
Kapil, the next question for you. Look, you've had a long, illustrious career. When did you know that you're going to be a world famous cricket star?
The day I
When?
won. The day you born, you are ready. I mean, you have to believe in yourself, and that's it. I mean, that's a joke. I mean, it's not possible. You keep on playing from school to the club and to the other things. You keep on improving. It's very difficult when somebody asks me, when do you start playing cricket? I don't remember. Because cricket is something like that. You pick up the bat in the street, you're playing. You don't remember the date. But things keep on happening when things start rolling towards you.
So then I'll ask you a follow-up question. Vince Lombardi's famous quote reads, "Champions make their own luck." When you look back on your career, do you agree that luck plays a part, and how?
I think luck is very important, but the hard work is more important than luck. More you work hard, the luck will come on your side. I think it's if somebody say destiny also, you make your own destiny. It was somebody said, you know, haath ki lakire, you know, if I say in Hindi, haath ki lakire batayengi ki tumhara what is your future. The person who don't have a hand, he doesn't have a future or what? I think you make your own life. You work hard and then you pick the destiny. But don't leave it to anybody else. Believe in yourself. Self-belief is the biggest thing in sports. I'm not saying the luck doesn't matter, the circumstances at whichever place you are, it doesn't matter. But I think your self-belief is the most important thing in sports, in business, in anything. You have to believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, things come so easy.
Mahi, the next question was for you. Edison famously said, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Going back to what you were just saying, Kapil. You're well known for thinking through all the permutation and combinations on the field. What helped you achieve that level of mental fitness and maintain it?
Well, I think keeping things simple really helps. You know, a lot of times you'll hear me speaking about simplicity, honesty, discipline, but these are the pillars, you know, which really make yourself a strong character. And ultimately, it's the observation. There's a famous saying, you learn from your mistakes. But in modern day world, I don't need to commit a mistake to learn. I can be sitting next to you, you commit a mistake, I can learn. So keeping it that simple helps. It's the awareness that really matters. And in the long run, if you're aware of a lot of things, if the awareness is good, you end up having a lot of data in your head. Modern world is all about data. So if you are in difficult situations, more often than not, you learn, you keep moving. So tomorrow when you're in a similar situation, you don't repeat the same mistake. That doesn't mean I'm saying you commit a new mistake, but ultimately, we all honestly try at that point of time to see as to what is the best decision that can be made. A lot of good decisions or the best decisions are made in an AC room sitting after 2 hours of when it was really needed, but that hardly matters. So for me, again, simplicity, honesty, discipline, that helps.
The AC room people can talk. Isn't that? I mean, look at the commentator, they talk. Only they talk after they stop playing cricket. And they make the same mistake what the current cricketers are making. But that's the fun. When you are in AC room, you have a glass of wine, you can talk anything. And after the event, talking is much more easy. Now you ask me anything, I'm much more wiser. Because I know what to give answer. Somebody say after the match, I'm the best man to give you answer. Nobody can give better than that because I've seen what the mistake they have done. I think the beauty of that is before they make a mistake, then you make some point, and that is the most important people.
Well said. One of the questions from the audience was that your team had some multiple big personalities. How do you manage the culture of a team with big personalities without naming any names, obviously?
Anybody have bigger than him? I mean, I couldn't understand whoever asked that question. Big personalities. I mean, he was the biggest. I mean, then he doesn't have to bother to handle anybody. Sorry, I've given his answer, but sometimes I feel, people come out. I had a problem to have a bigger heroes in my team. No,
Please,
you can
please
go ahead.
illuminate.
I just sorry if I start talking. I said this evening is for fun. We have to enjoy ourselves, not be boring and things like that.
We are loving
and
this.
If we can enjoy yourself and talking, that's good. I love to listen to him. But sometimes, question comes out which I feel, why they ask such a question?
Kapil sir, I have a question. No Kapil, no test. What happened?
Do you remember? No Kapil, no test. He didn't got it.
Why you want to remember something which you don't like? I mean, something you do good, you remember that. The life is for living, man. Don't remember the negative.
The reason is how do you handle that situation?
Nothing. I was sitting at home enjoying with my wife for 5 days. That was okay. They dropped me, that's it. You enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
I am still curious
I was
about
still waiting for the answer. I thought I got away with it, just by keeping quiet. But I was one of the youngest. When I was made the captain, I had no ambition of being the captain, because coming from where I came from when it comes to cricket, if I ever thought that I'll play for India, that would have been a big dream. I never thought I'll play for India. I kept it very simple that you pick me for any team, I'll go and I'll play, I'll enjoy it. And whatever I do on the field, everything else will take care of itself. So it was a big thing for me. But what I did was I said, just take it as an added responsibility. They are seniors in the team. They've been playing for so long. They know what needs to be done. So actually it was quite easy for me. A lot of times it's more difficult to manage the youngsters because the senior players, they have their regime. They know what they're supposed to do. They know their body really well. So it was very easy. I told myself, an added responsibility has been given to me. I never considered myself as the captain. I said when I'm on the field, I'm the person who's supposed to take a lot of decisions. If at some point of time I feel I need some assistance, I'll go to the senior cricketers, I'll ask for help. As simple as that. Other than that, once I'm out of the field, I never thought about myself as the captain, and that really helped me because it helped me earn the respect of not only the juniors but also the seniors who were part of the side.
Next question is for both of you. With all the experience that you've now gained, what would you go back in time and tell your younger self? What is the best advice you have ever received? Kapil, you want to go
Ask
first?
the younger person.
What is the
Okay,
best
I
advice?
thought, oh, he's senior than me. It's okay. I thought he's younger than me. I think it's so easy to go back. I think what he said very beautifully, live for the present, you know. There's no need to go back. Every time you go back and you will be happy or unhappy. You just be a present, what you're doing. I think to me is this evening is more beautiful and more enjoyable than anything else. I want to live for the moment. And that gives me happiness. A lot of people say that what we did, it's gone. It's a history. Let people talk about that. Let me live for the moment. And I'm a person who genuinely like to live for the moment. And that's how the life is, as simple as that. I love him for that when he said the senior have their job to do. I mean, if the senior understand they have the job to do. I mean, sometime. Did I say something wrong? No, sometimes you have to tell the seniors also. On the field, not off the field. Off the field, you have to behave what you are. But on the field, when he said they given an added responsibility, you have to behave like that. And it happened with me. Sometimes I have more senior cricketer, somebody in cricketing like Mohinder Ramanand, played in '69 when I was not even, I was playing marbles. And I have to be captain. It's so difficult. When you have to captain your heroes, the most difficult thing. Because you want to say something on the ground and one side of your brain say, yeah, he's your hero. And one side say, you have to say it. It's so difficult. That's why in corporate world happen most of the time. If young person come, he throw all the oldies out of the company. Is that right or wrong? But when in sports you have to carry those seniors with you. And to me, Sunil Gavaskar, my hero. I mean, I've seen him, how he eats, the way he tied his buckle and everything in the ground. And then you become suddenly captain to a person who is 10 years. In cricket, 10 years is like your grandfather. In 10 years, because your life is only 10 to 12 years. And he was 10 years senior to me. I didn't know sometimes how to say. Every time I say anything on the ground, in the evening I said, you know, I'm Punjabi, pagal. Sorry if I said something which hurt you. In one of side of your brain is saying, yeah, he's my hero, and one of the side is saying, no, tell him, you have to do this job. And sometimes people don't understand, the people around you make it much more difficult because they like to send a negative story outside. If you have a group of people committed, I think then there is no problem about that.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been told that dinner is served and we are ready for that.
No, we
could
want to
continue
talk to the
going.
people. No, we want to talk.
Let's do one or two questions from the audience.
Okay, anybody who want to ask a question, is that okay to charge $500 or $1,000?
$1,000 sounds great.
I mean, we are here for charity. We are here for charity. Now, if somebody would, She's winking. I got a date here.
Okay, we have a question from this young lady right here.
Question I had is
Take a mic.
okay. No, you can ask a question. Yes.
I'm so happy to be here with both my legends. One is my childhood legend and one my growing up legend. Thank you both for coming here. Simple question. We have a junior league, we have a regular league. Why don't we have a senior league where we can see more of, like the team 83 come out and play, because we
Are
do not
you
have
mad?
enough.
They can't walk, you are trying to say play. Did you ask your grandfather to come and play? What are you talking about? Be honest to yourself. I mean,
Sir, we would love to watch you on the ground again.
if walk on the ground is good enough. I think these people can play. You don't expect 83 boys, if they can come and walk on the stage, also good enough. Yeah, that's true. You can't ask your grandfather go and play.
Thank you, sir.
You go and play. I mean, I like to be a spectator.
Okay, one last question.
Yeah.
Way more than last.
Something, say it loud.
Swapnil, you can't ask a question.
Doesn't matter, you say it first.
Since we're doing an auction here, I'll ask the question for both of you. $5,000 question. So that's my commitment.
Are you paying or taking?
So, and since the previous question was about why don't seniors play, would it be possible for you to do your bowling motion, Mr. Kapil Dev? And Dhoni, would it be possible for you to show us your helicopter shot?
No, it's coming.
पहले चेक ले लेते हैं फिर अपने
No, I will trust him. He will give 5,000. I'll trust him. I'll trust you. You trust?
Face value.
No, not face value. Bank value. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it before we go. Any other? Before I get up, we'll walk out. I will do that action. Yes,
Young man in the black t-shirt.
We saw you at the US Open yesterday. Who are your favorite tennis players?
My tennis player is not the favorite. My tennis, my favorite. I enjoy the game. Sometimes don't make a people. Just go and enjoy the game. What I say to you, why I'm saying this, when you watch the cricket, forget about who's winning. Enjoy the game. We stop enjoying the game and we start bringing our liking and disliking in front. So I enjoyed tennis yesterday. We were all together there and we had a wonderful time. And we didn't want to come out. Honestly, we left at almost 1 o'clock. And had this golf wouldn't there, I would have stayed till 3 o'clock. So we just left. I said at 1 o'clock, we said, let's go tomorrow's golf also. Your own passion is more important than somebody's passion.
Thank you.
Rafa for me.
Okay, this is seriously the last question. We really need to move on.
Sorry, before you guys start dinner. First of all, it's really an honor to be in the presence of the two legends. I have a very simple question, because obviously we both love Kapil Paji and Mahi because, in America they have a word called clutch. When you perform, when you really are under pressure. Why is it that Indian team, or as Indians, we are not clutch, except, we won 2 World Cups, but most of the time, we falter under pressure in big tournaments. Is it just the mindset? Is it your leadership quality and greatness, which we all know it is? But how can we overcome that in our respective fields?
Let it speak, I'll sit here. He have handled many times. We were the very poor team. We won few, but his was the best team. I like to listen to that. Then I have a question for him also. You know, if I ask question, do I have to give 5,000? No, it's been very clear. Clarity is important in life and anything else. Yeah, Dhoni, go ahead. I love to listen to you.
Paji, we'll give you 5,000 for every question you ask.
Somehow I was the first person to say that, we'll make the evening funny. But I've never got an opportunity to give witty answer, Somehow it seems as if, Paji is having a lot of fun. And I'm sitting in a physics or a biology class. And just keep on giving straight answers. So, again, it will be a straightforward, serious answer, so I can't make you laugh. But I don't think we lack anything. But also, if you see the expectation level, whenever an Indian cricket team enters the field, we only have one expectation level: we'll win the game. We'll win the bilateral series, we'll win the ICC tournaments, we'll win the World Cups. But in sport, what you need to realize is, and especially when it comes to a team sport, an individual sport, you can put in a lot of effort, you can manage your regime, you can manage your fitness, and it will directly show in the result. But when it comes to a team sport, everybody's contribution is important. A lot of sport has a season. When it comes to cricket and the Indian cricket team, we don't have a season. We play throughout the year. We are like one of the most expensive machines that are available in the market, but if you keep them idle, we are not making money. So that's the reason we keep on playing games. There's a lot of pressure on the body, there's a lot of pressure on the mind. And not to forget, it's not only the Indian cricket team that rules or dominates the world because we have a lot of money, we make a lot of money. Every country that comes to participate in an ICC tournament, they represent their country. And I feel as a cricketer, that's the most important thing. If you're getting a chance to represent your country, and I always felt sports person, they have that added responsibility for a simple reason. You may be a big businessman, you may be doing hundreds of different things, but there's only a few occasions when you say, okay, I'm representing India. And whenever you're playing a sport, there's a big opportunity. Whether it's the Olympics, whether it's the World Cups. So I feel when other teams also come and they're competing, you have to be at your best on that particular day. And what we have seen in cricket, especially the shorter formats, is you have to be at your best on that particular day. A lot of things can happen. Cricket is a very variable sport. The toss becomes very crucial. All those variables are there. Not to forget, we have a DRS variable. I haven't seen God, but I feel the closest I've seen God is those two persons who are officiating in the game. Imagine, yesterday we were watching tennis. So imagine you have a review system where if the umpire has said out, the ball needs to be like half in to be called in. No, even a fraction of the ball is on the line, it's in. But in cricket, it's the other way around. If the umpire has given out, then all these parameters need to be fulfilled, then it's out or not out. So the variables in cricket is very high. I don't think we lack anything. We have been a team that has performed very consistently, in all the tournaments. Yes, we may not have won the World Cups or the ICC tournaments every now and then, but if you're doing well, if you're reaching the semi-finals, finals or quarter-finals, that itself says a lot about the team. From that point on, you have to be at your best. There may be a few mistakes committed on the field. It could be tactical errors, it could be, decision making, it could just be sheer luck, but all of those things matter. And I know somebody spoke about luck, so golf, it's very funny. My close friend, he says, it's better to be lucky than good. I don't know if it matters in cricket or not, but so for the member, that dialogue is now off. You can't say, it's better to be lucky than good.
Can we wrap now? Thank you very much. And before you do anything, I just want to say there's a lot of placardists there, so funny part is fine. look at your pocket and spend some money on us. It would be wonderful if we can help those people who are back home, who are the needy one. A smile is fine, hug is fine, but your little bit of money also look very good.
Thank you, Paji. Thank you for doing my job. That was going to be my closing comment. Thank you, everybody. You will have a chance for a selfie later.